Had a tenant contact us overnight. Today is the 5th, so rent is due on the 1st. He has a grace period until the 4th, and today is again the 5th. So right after the 4th turned into the 5th, so right at midnight, I guess he realized, oh shoot, I forgot to pay my rent. So he was minutes late. So he contacted us and asked if we could make an exception, apologies, etc., etc. And I am going to make an exception. But here's the problem. Now I'm putting myself at a huge risk of liability because we have to treat every tenant identically. Basically there's fair housing laws, there's other things in place. And I don't know if everyone understands how government agencies tend to work. I think we think it's a government agency. They're the law. They're basically trying to, their agenda should be what's right and what's wrong. And that's actually not often the case. Typically what they're trying to do is they're trying to catch you. So they don't care about what's right and what's wrong. You now are actually on somebody's desk in the agency. It's their job to get you, to catch you. Their record is at risk if they don't. So once they kind of turn an eye on you, they're coming after you, no matter what is right, no matter what is wrong. And in case of this, and not treating every tenant the same. So we have X number of tenants as a property management company. Many of them pay their rent late. We're making this one exception. Fair housing is going to come in, look at this situation and say, okay, why did you give an advantage to this gentleman? And they're basically going to try to make it about race or sex or whatever they can actually do. So that's the concern. So if and when we get audited by the state, we can expect to have to answer for this. Why did you make this exception? Now, I don't know if I'm going to remember this situation. If I do remember the situation, I do have some kind of footing. I can say, well, this is a one-off. We do have a policy to where if somebody accidentally pays the rent late by 5 minutes, then we will give them, and they reach out to us, we will give them a refund of those late fees. Hopefully I'll actually remember this occurred. But again, my point being, be very careful doing this, because if you have multiple tenants and you end up giving a refund to one of them for the right reasons, and you don't give a refund to another tenant because they don't deserve one, because of all the wrong reasons, you quite possibly will be facing a situation with a government agency. Again, it doesn't come down to what's right and what's wrong. Often it comes down to the government agency just basically trying to get the win. So, again, just really consider that. Try to treat every tenant identically. Try to come up with policies, protocols, get them in place, and follow them rigidly. Just follow them to the letter. All right, as usual, happy rental property investing.